Hi everyone, Marianne Cowan here from Pinery Paper Crafts, and this is my weekly Sunday night Facebook Live. I come live on Sundays at 7, usually 7, I'm a bit late tonight, and then during the week at 3 o'clock. So I appreciate you joining me this evening, and today is the day following my breast cancer fundraiser, which was yesterday. And for those of you who purchased the breast cancer package, thank you very much. It is truly appreciated. Hi, Diane. And if you did purchase it, then you got extra paper in your package. And so tonight I thought I would show you a couple of card designs that you could use with the paper that you got, or if you have other paper. And these are cards we've made before, but what I like about them is they really showcase the paper. Because the paper in this bundle, the Snowflake Splendor Designer Series paper, is beautiful on both sides. And I did learn, I was watching a video, that the artists actually watercolored the paper that you see, and these designs are actually watercolored paper, so you don't have to go to the trouble of watercoloring. The paper does it for you. So I'm going to show you a few different things that you can do with it. Everyone received the stamp set in their kits, and some of you have the dies as well. But these cards are just design ideas that you can use with any paper or any sentiment or any season is what I'm trying to say. I do love a lot of the papers that the front and back coordinate so beautifully, that the designs that I'm going to show you tonight really focus on that. And they're designs we've done before, but we're just revisiting. Because sometimes you do a design and then you do it with a different paper and it looks completely different. So the first one, I remember we made a lot of these cards when we had that beautiful poppy paper. So the card base is 5.5 by 5 1/4, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. So we just have this little piece that folds over. Just looking for my bone folder. And then I've taken this piece that's got, this is Pacific Point. So this paper has Pacific Point. It's got Highland Heather, probably Pool Party. No, Balmy Blue. It coordinates better with Balmy Blue. And look at the back. How pretty is that? Like, how do you decide which side to use? So the fun thing about this design is when you open up the card, and when I show you this, you go, oh, I remember making those, if you've come to my card classes. And then you get to see the back. So pretty. So we're going to start by putting our back piece in. So this is Balmy Blue, 4 by 5 1/4, and I've embossed it using that beautiful Winter Snow, I think it's called, embossing folder. So I'm going to take my white glue. Oh, this is a new one, so it's coming up pretty fast. And I'm putting this on first because I want to make sure that the piece I put on the front is exactly over top of this one. All right, so that's good for that. Now for my sentiment, instead of using white, which I typically do, again, I've taken some of the Designer Series paper. This one is so pretty. And if you are doing watercolor, to get these little dot looks, after you've done your watercoloring, you sprinkle salt on, and then it gives you these different images. So I thought that was pretty. Now, my suggestion would be, because this is embossed, to write your greeting on beforehand, because it'll be a little bit tricky, but I'm just going to put it on. So I am going to center this because our other piece will cover this whole piece. Hi, Linda. So now I'm going to add this piece, and I put that back one on first because I don't want any of it showing. So what I'm going to do, I know this goes to about probably 1/8, and I know it goes up to here, so I'm just going to put my adhesive on here instead of on my paper because I don't want it going too far over. And I use white glue because I can move it around a little bit. So I want it to go far enough that it covers the outside here, and up high enough that it covers the whole piece. There we go. It's so pretty. These colors are all so magical, really. This one's more Pool Party, this one's more Balmy Blue, This one looks like light Pacific Point or light Night of Navy. Does it have Night of Navy as one of the colors? Yeah, it does. Night of Navy. Oh, Misty Moonlight. That's probably what it was, Misty Moonlight. Okay, now I have glimmer paper, and I have the glimmer paper is Balmy Blue. So, the glimmer paper is so pretty. So I'm going to use a sentiment, and I'm going to use Pacific Point. I didn't do my sentiments yet. I had kind of a fun day. My husband built a nice fire out in our back. I'm supposed to be gardening, and then he lit the fire, and then it was like sitting by the fire. So then dinner was late, and you know how it goes. So I'm doing, the greetings I'm using are not from the Snowflake set. They are Itty Bitty Christmas. Love this set. If you don't have it, you definitely should get it. The sentiments are just so perfect. So that's what I'm using. So I did Thinking of You at Christmas. And you'll see I have quite a few. I can't believe that, hi Teresa, I can't believe I actually wanted to cut out more snowflakes after cutting them all out for the class because there was a lot. And a little trick, the first time you use your snowflake dies, die cut them onto a dryer sheet. Don't ask me why this works, but it does. So instead of putting paper in, put a dryer sheet in, run your die cuts. Just put them on top of the dryer sheet, run them through, and then the paper comes out quite a bit easier. I remembered that trick quite far into the process, but that's okay. I'm going to pop this up, and then I'm going to add some snowflakes. Just making sure my lighting is okay today. I'm trying to find myself on my iPad. I don't know. I don't have very much luck with my iPad. But I can see the comments on my computer. It just takes up a lot of space on my desk. So here we go. I think I'm going, I never like putting these right in the middle. I like putting them a little bit higher up. Now, another trick is I cut snowflakes out of cardstock. And this is the Pacific Point, so I'll probably add one of those. And then I did cut them out of the paper. So here we have purples and blues. Here we have ones that are a little more, I would say, Misty Moonlight and Pacific Point. And I have white ones, I have Pool Party, and then I have one glitzy one and one purple one. So I like, you know how I roll. I like having a whole bunch already cut out, and then I just pick and choose what I want. Like I like this one, but I think it needs something in the middle. So maybe we'll put a white one. I also like these ones. I think I like this one better. I'm going to use glue dots to put these on. And I forgot to grab my, oh, I have some here. So this was the little packet that people who bought the card class got. And so there's little blue gems in here and the little snowflakes and some ribbons. So I just have that there because I'm just trying to give you more ideas that you can use with your kit that you have, because you will have extra pieces. So I want to make sure I'm not covering up my sentiment. And if I have a little blue one, I think I'll put it down here. And you have to be careful when you pull them out. So I kept this one because I can use it in some ways to tuck behind, but not right here for what I'm doing. So I'll just do that one down here. I could do it on top, but I kind of like that one by itself. Just turn it a little bit. Then I'm going to grab a couple of gems. So the blue gems came in two different shades. There was this lighter one and this more iridescent one. I'm going to go with this one. And I'm going to put a larger one here and then a smaller one here. So pretty. And then I'm going to put a snowflake in here as well. So, decisions. Yeah, inside I've got so many shades of blue going on, it's crazy. So I'm just going to grab a glue dot. And I want to make sure I stay inside this so that you can't see it from the front. And you could, I think I'm going to put a little gem in there. I was going to say you could put a gem in there or not if you don't want to. There, so that's our first card. Just using scraps of paper. So this one is 4 by 5 1/4. And this one is, what did I say? 5 1/2 by 5 1/4. So it gives you an extra inch to fold over. So it's scored at 4 1/4, our regular card size. Gives you that extra inch to add your front piece. And what I love about this card design is it lets you see the front and the back of the paper. Very pretty. Oh, that needs a bow. All right, what bow are we going to use? So we have this beautiful iridescent. And we have Pool Party. It's not really Pool Party. Let's just go with iridescent. I do have some purple for, oh, I wonder if purple would look nice. I don't think it's purpley enough. What's the next card I'm doing? That might be better on the next one. I'm going to do iridescent. So I'll just quickly tie a little bow. This ribbon ties really nice bows and it ties them very easy. It's fairly stiff ribbon. So just remember that when you're using it. All right. And this one I colored using my blends, and I colored the crinkled seam binding ribbon. So I could have done that in balmy blue, but I didn't think of it. And plus I'm using up all this ribbon that you got in class. Now I have my snowflakes there. I don't know, I just can't put it crooked. Okay, first card done. The next card is a design that we've used before again. And it takes a 12-inch, so the whole width of your designer series paper. So you only got a 6 by 6 pack, so you would have to, you could do it on a piece of Whisper White and then add your cardstock. And it is scored at, I have one ready to show you. Let's do that one now so that I can get it. So you're scoring it at 1 3/4. Now I like to use the big end when I'm using designer series paper. 4 3/4 and 7 3/4. So those are the scores. And I've seen this one demonstrated by a couple of different demonstrators. I'll put this one over here. And then you fold it this way, back, and this way. So I have a whole bunch of pieces here. And then you take your bone folder, which is not exact, but because it's paper, you can kind of move it where you want to and then use your bone folder to get it exactly where you want. So this, you'll recognize this when it folds out like this. And my next card class that is ready for registrations is Wow Christmas cards. So you'll see some fun folds. And we're making 6 cards, only one of each design, because they're going to be fun. So I had leftover actually from my card class, white embossed with the winter embossing folder. So I'm going to put that in here. I'll just check the measurements. 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. That one's going to stay as it is. In the back, I have another piece of this really pretty watercolor, and so often we just put white in there, but how pretty is this one? So I'm trying to pull out the purples in this card. So then for the front, instead of die cutting this just in cardstock, I die cut it in the paper. So we're going to add our sentiment, and then we're going to add that to a belly band. So what order do I want to do this in? So let's get our belly band. So this was just a leftover piece of paper. It's 1 inch by, it's probably 12. Let me check. Yeah, 12. I don't think it needs to be 12, but I like putting my belly band. Now this one is going to have something on it, so I'm going to put it to the front. I usually put it to the back, but because we're doing something else on this, I'm putting it to the front. And you really have to play around with the paper. This is the same paper as this, but it looks darker here. That's because the way they've designed it, in different spots on the paper, it looks different. Now when you're doing your belly band, you don't want it too tight, but you also don't want it falling off. You want them to be able to get it off the card, but not falling off the card. Which side do I like better? I'll just put a little bit of glue here. So I'm just folding that so it matches. And I'm doing it to the front because I'm putting this over top. All right. That's actually a little loose. Oh well, it'll be okay. So now I'm going to do my greeting, and I did pick Pool Party, but I'm going to grab Highland Heather. And I'm going to use Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I want to stamp it first to see how straight it is. Yep, that's pretty good. So I'm just going to pull it down a little bit so I can see it. All right, it's pretty straight. Yes, I'll have the measurements for this one, Teresa. Trying to get my blog caught up. It's reading week for my students, so it's kind of giving me a little bit of a breather to get caught up. I was looking back in my Facebook Lives at how many I have not posted yet. So, but if you want to take a screenshot, here are the measurements. Don't worry about this. When I originally did it, I did it with white cardstock, and so I added DSP. Here we're doing it with DSP. So I'm obviously going to pop this up. Now remembering that I only want it here, so I'm not going to put the dimensionals on here. I'm going to put them on here. And then we can add some snowflakes. All right. So for this one, I really like these ones that I die cut out of the paper. That one's a bit big. Let's try this one. And of course we can put some inside as well. This paper is on sale right now. Stampin' Up! Is having a designer series paper sale. So this paper is actually on sale. I'm going to add a white one down here. And so I would stock up. You're always disappointed when you have beautiful designer series paper and you use that last piece and it's like, oh no. They rarely carry over designer series paper. They do sometimes, but rarely. Now I think I'll use these little gems. I could go searching. Oh, you know what? Let me just check the Christmas rhinestones. We used to have ones that had little purple gems, but I don't think they do actually. Holiday rhinestones. No, but they have a different blue. Well, I think I'll just use the ones that I have here. So I'm going to put a little one on both of them. It kind of pulls the blue out from the bottom, so I like it. Yeah, I like that. Now I am going to add some more snowflakes inside. But remembering that if I added one here, which I totally could do, that you're going to see it from the front of the card. So you just have to be thinking about that because actually I really like that one, but I think I'm going to put it here. I love the color of this one, and I love the color of these ones. Okay, we have to put some of those on. It's really the paper that does all the work in this card. This paper is gorgeous. There's no other word for it. So I'm going to take one of these ones that kind of has purples. I want to save some for this piece. It's more pool party though. It's also possible to get carried away. Those of you who follow me know that. Let's try a purple one, because I'm definitely not putting purple ones on the next card. Okay, so I'm just going to put my belly band on. I like that. And we could layer these all up as well. I could put a little purple one on that one, but I'm just doing single ones for now. And then we'll go back and add some jewels. I wonder if I should put it down here. Yes. Okay, so a couple of little gems. This is definitely a wow card. So the Christmas card class coming up will be these types of wow cards. One that you make for someone very special, because it does take a little more time. All right, I'm just seeing if I need anything on any other layers. So I have that, and on this layer I have that. Whoops. And on this layer I have that. I think I want something here. And maybe I'll put this big purple one. Medium purple one. Oh no, that's the same as that one. So it's going to be the big purple one. So don't forget about the little tip about the dryer sheet. Especially for the one die cut that doesn't actually cut the snowflake out. It cuts the pieces out, but it doesn't cut the snowflake out. That one was way easier once I did the dryer sheet thing, which I did not do right away. Ooh, these are pretty. They kind of pick up the purple. All right, I like this. Let's get the belly band back. So if you were, or if you have this paper, then here's some beautiful cards you can make. Okay, I can't get enough of these little gems now. They're so pretty. Just gonna put another little one there. The iridescent ones kind of take on the color of whatever you put in with it. So, all right, so that's our next one. And the last one is the same, just different paper. I'm just showing you how beautiful this paper is. So we're gonna fold it this way. Do use your bone folder though, it helps the card to line up better. So that goes like that. This one goes like this. And like this. So if you're interested in registering for the next class, and I'm not doing a belly band on this, I'm going to do ribbon. Go to my website, mariannecowan.com, and then go under events, because it's on my DBWS site, which is the, I don't know, where I have my events. Okay, so here we go with this one. So here's my papers I have ready to go for this one. When I cut out things like this, especially this is fairly thin, I always cut out 2 at a time. Just put 2 sheets of paper. Just make sure you just don't fold it in half, because your little dots will be on the reverse side. So I always cut out 2 at a time, so I have them. Oh, ooh, look, we forgot our little purple bow. I keep putting the snowflake right where my bow is going to go. I think I would have learned that from the first card, but oh well. I don't think anyone's going to critique it. This ribbon is just so pretty, and it picks up the colors so nicely. Like, look how pretty that is. As soon as you add the purple ribbon, it really pulls out the purple in the card. Okay, so for this one, this is kind of a different shade. This is Pool Party, and you can see just all the different color combinations in this paper. So this one's going to be a little bit wild. I was going to, instead of doing a belly band, do ribbon like we kind of did in our card class. Just seeing how many layers I want to see. No, I think I'm going to see that. So I'm going to put this down first, Even that side is so beautiful. But I wanted something that you could write your message on. Although this paper, actually you could write your message right on it. But I cut this out, so let's go ahead and use it. And then I have, so this is more pool party. I did do some pool party. I think I will add that. So I think it was 2 3/4. Yeah, because that's 3. So I'm going to do 2 3/4. Don't forget, there's another paper trimmer to be won. End of October. By 5 1/4. Let's see. Well, this one's just going to be the whole length because I'm not. Oh, actually, my paper cutter's right here, but hey, let's just do it a little bit differently than the last one. You can see how beautiful this paper is. I wonder if it matches Mint Macaron. All right, so we've got so many shades going on here. This is more the purples and balmy blue and Pacific Point, and then we have the pool party. And anyways, we got a lot going on here. So then I did the same thing for the front. This is going to be a crazy card. Crazy. All right, let's stamp sentiment. And I did bring out pool party. And I'm just going to clean my stamp. Which one should I use? I think I want to use Thinking of You at Christmas if I can find it. And if you don't have one of these chamois, they are awesome. I know it looks like a mess, but it just does such a good job cleaning your stamps. And sometimes I just take it and just rub it. And I actually throw mine in the dishwasher, believe it or not. Okay. All right. Looks good. Perfect. Now I have to decide how I want to put this on so that I can have a piece of ribbon somehow around the card to keep it closed. So I'm just going to add this to the front with this little larger, these are the Stitched So Sweetly dies that everybody needs to have. Okay, so I'm going to put a dimensional here and a dimensional here, and when I tie the bow, where will the bow be? Maybe I'll just tie it here. I'm just thinking, you'll understand when I'm going to push it over a little bit more here. So I'm going to put a dimensional there. So I often turn it over so I know exactly where I'm putting them. My desk is a bit messy right now as I search for the dimensionals. So I'm going to, we did a card like this in our card class, a little bit different, but actually it was a different fold, but we did the same thing with the ribbon. So I'm not putting any ribbon in the middle or any dimensionals in the middle. I want my ribbon to flow through there. So it might look like it's a bit wonky, like too far to the left right now, but once I put my ribbon in, you'll understand. So I'm using this polka dot tulle ribbon, and I'm going to slide it in here and hope that it comes up. There we go. This ribbon is so pretty. It looks like little snowballs. And I think the word snow word is in the forecast this week. I do have my tires. They're here. Even though they ordered the wrong size, I got it all sorted out. They're not on my car yet. This ribbon would really be pretty as well. But let's just stick to this one. So I put this over to the left so I can tie a little bow on the right hand side. And is this going to hold my card together? Yes. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking, is this even working? Okay, kind of. So I'm putting a little bow on the right hand side. They're going to untie it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And it's going to be an envelope. And then they're just going to pull it out, untie it, or else they'll just say, oh, that's pretty, and not think to untie it. Okay, so we've got our little bow on the side. We have our greeting, and now we need to add some snowflakes. So these ones are Pool Party. So I do want to bring in some Pool Party. That one's pretty. This one is out of designer series paper. So don't forget to use your designer series paper for more things than just traditionally what you would use it for. Especially this paper. It's incredible. And I might have gone a bit bigger there, but I don't know, I like it. Let's try an iridescent one. So pretty. Okay, and then we could go with just Pool Party. I didn't do any silvers or anything, but, or maybe we could do a double one down here, but we do want to add some. Well, now that I've got it all tied up, I'm not going to do too much untying. So make sure that you're adding it to your here and not here. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm going to try maybe, what do I have little? This is odd, but let's see if the purple works. Otherwise, I do have that little one, but it's almost the same color, so it doesn't really show up. And I was looking for a white one, but I don't have any more little white ones. There is kind of some purple in here. I don't know. Who said it all has to be matchy-matchy? Okay, so I'm just getting these little middles out. All right, it's kind of pretty. And I think once we put one of these little embellishments on, it'll be very pretty. But when you're making your card, you do you. So I'm trying to get it right into the middle. These dies are so fabulous in how they stack up. And if you have the stamp set, they're designed so that you can stamp a whole bunch of different ones on top of each other. Okay, that's really pretty. And it would look pretty with the purple bow now that I've added that. So what other colors do I want to, I'm going to stick this one in here. I don't want to untie it all again. So I'm just going to tuck it in because I actually know what it's going to look like. I just want to make sure that I'm inside the boundary of the card. And then I'm going to put a bigger one here. So pretty. And then I could stick other ones here too. I don't know, this card was not meant to have purple, but I kind of like it. Or we could do one of these paper ones. Let's try that on top of the snowflakes. Yeah, I like that. And we could, I'm going to tuck this one a little further in so we don't need to be seeing all of them. But you either have it so you can see it, or you have it so you kind of can't see it, or see half. No, changed my mind. Actually, we can even have them hanging over the edge, I think, in the design. Sometimes I think one thing, and then when I actually try it, it doesn't really work. All right. The colors are really pretty, Darlene. This one has a lot of colors going on, which I think works. Because this paper itself has so many colors going on that I think you can do about whatever you want. So don't forget to die cut your designer series paper. So these snowflakes are done with the designer series paper. That would have been a pretty one too, eh? So you don't need to just do them out of cardstock. You can do them out of glitter. I never even added this one. And this one is done from cardstock. So lots of different ways that you can do that you can cut out your snowflakes. All right, so let's go back and review our 3 cards from today. Like I said, not new designs. I'm just showing you different ways you can use that paper that you got in your kit. And don't forget about my WOW class coming up. It will be released on November 14th. So here's the first one. We use this design a lot with that beautiful poppy paper that we had, but it's perfect for this paper as well. So this is Pacific Point. And then we've pulled in, again, some of the designer series paper, that beautiful iridescent ribbon and the glimmer paper. Look how pretty that is. Even though they're different shades of blue, I think it works. So that's the first one. The second one, we did a belly band. So it's the same 12 inches by, my little sheet note was right there. 12 inches by 5.5. So this is definitely a wow card. If you got this Christmas card in the mail, you'd go, ooh, that is pretty. So that's what the November 14th class is. It's wow cards, and we will be making 6 different ones. Typically I do 4 designs, 2 of each. This one's going to be 6 different ones, so that you'll have 6 designs that you can use. And then this one, we're going to have to untie it so we can see the big reveal. So I have the little tulle ribbon tucked underneath here, and then it opens like this. That's so pretty. And we could add some more snowflakes in there as well. Where's that nice one I wanted to add? You can never have too many snowflakes unless they're on the ground and you're trying to drive. And I don't know where all of you live, but we do have snow in the forecast. But the ground's not frozen yet, so I'm hoping it doesn't stick. But we often have snow before Halloween. And then I've done the pool party embossing folder in this one as well. And then you just tie it up to close it. Tie it in a little bow, which I will do just because. All right, any questions from anybody? I do appreciate it if you like or share my videos. And I haven't decided which set I'm going to be focusing on this week. This one, I don't know if this is the best way to do this design, but anyways, it's cute. All right, I do appreciate it if you like or share my videos. You can go to my blog, mariannecowan.com, and subscribe to my newsletter, or you can go to my YouTube channel, and I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I checked today and I'm at 702. So, getting closer. All right, thanks, Darlene. Yeah, so those are the cards. So if you do not have this paper, grab a pack while it's on sale, because it is really, really beautiful. And you will not be sorry. And everything just, it's so pretty. It's just so pretty. All right, thanks for joining me today. I will be back tomorrow, Monday at 3 o'clock. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be using this week, but I usually pick one bundle or suite and focus on it for 3 or 4 days to show you the versatility of purchasing one of the suites, because I find the suites are the best way to go, because then you know the paper matches, the ribbon matches, it's all coordinated. All right, thanks, Teresa. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great evening, and thanks for watching.